Now,
Joy, put up a picture of Shea getting a fraudulent foul call, and then we'll start.
Hey, it's not my fault. It's not his fault the ref was blind. He stepped back and shot. He didn't do anything.
SDS can't fucking handle the fact that Shea
is not a free throw merchant.
He is a free throw merchant, and
we're almost dead last in the NBA in free throw differential.
The Thunder are almost last, but I haven't said the Thunder are free throw merchants. I said Shea is, and he's second.
He's
in
not.
Free throws out of everyone in the league.
He is not a free throw merchant. Take away his free throws. How many points does he have with the rest of the league? And you better have the rest of the league have their free throws removed too.
Subtract 8.
Literally 8 points a game.
8.6.
So who would be the leading scorer at that point in time?
Probably Jokic.
No.
Jokic takes 6 free throws. Let's see. Points. And then we'll go to free throws made per game.
Like top 10 in points and then remove how top
free
10
throws made. Shea is number 1.
All right. Top 10 scorers right now in the NBA. Then remove those top 10 with the remove the points they get from free throws.
I have some bad news for you. The top 10 scorers. The second place is 6.5, and Shea is at 7.9. So he is automatically. He has more than Giannis still.
And Giannis ain't even in the MVP discussion right now. Or if he is,
Jokic is above Shea after free throws.
He still doesn't need MVP.
Close.
He still doesn't deserve the MVP. Where's his 60 wins in the season?
I mean, with a fucking team that just fired their head coach, they're a 3 seed, and he has 57.7% free throw percentage and a better 3-point percentage than Shea.
Well, Shea's not a 3-point shooter.
More assists.
Shea's
more steals.
Shea's not a 3-point shooter. He plays small ball.
I know. Jokic is a better player. On a worse team.
Well, you won't be laughing when
we
won't be laughing when it's Game 4 in OKC and they're hoisting up the trophy.
My fucking Hornets, they're better than the Thunder.
They are not.
Nurkic, starting center. Starting center. How is Nick Smith Jr. our fucking leading scorer? What? Whoa.
I still miss Steven Adams.
Nick Smith Jr. was our leading scorer tonight.
What's Steven Adams doing nowadays, actually? Oh, no, he's in Houston. Poor bastard.
Hey, Siri. Cut out all the political stuff. Thank you.
Joy's not AI.
Wait. Have you never made that fucking?
No, because I don't have an iPhone.
You've never made that connection before?
No.
You've never made that. Have you never seen Blade Runner? You've never seen...
No.
Come on, SDS.
I've never seen Blade Runner.
You said she's not an editor's not an AI. I was about to say your name's Joy, so I mean, I don't know. There's in Blade Runner 2049. There's a character that's an AI named Joy.
Really?
Yeah, but it's spelled Joi. So her name's either Joy or Jerk Off Instructions.
Jerk Off Instructions. Thankfully, Joy is spelled Goy. So thank God.
God, you see, Joy. This is why I'm better than SDS, because I even know I like. He probably doesn't even know there's a song named Jesse's Girl.
I know that one. Jesse's Girl.
You don't even know the show named after me either.
What, My 600-Pound Life?
No, Naked and Afraid.
Green 18. Green 19.
Fournette, the running back. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Brady to throw. Goes a deep pass downfield. Got Scotty Miller in the open. Fakes the catch.
Rodgers fires quickly, end zone is caught for the touchdown by Alan Lazard. First and goal from the 5, Brady. Evans. Did he catch it? Yes, sir. Touchdown. Rodgers spins to his left. Comes underneath, and the pass is incomplete, out of bounds. Now they say complete. 3rd and 1. Rodgers play action. Look to the end zone. Rainbow shorting up. He's got it.
Mahomes looking under pressure, throws the ball upfield. It is knocked away at the 50-yard line. Intercepted, picked off a deflection.
All right, but enough about our
Anyway.
enough about our bullshit with our past lives as
Enough about
terrible
us being
football
losers.
players.
What's up, everybody? It's your ailing, apparently sick and dying co-host of Battle of the Bay podcast. It is I, Draz, here with SDS.
So you may count
On his
as,
channel.
You may count as 2 people, but that doesn't make you 1 host.
2 hosts, 1 cup.
No. Nope. 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 Bye, guys. Nope.
All right, and with that, thank you for watching the episode, and I will see you guys later. All right. But we are back with another episode. I don't even know what episode this is.
This is
Of season
episode 4, I think.
4 sounds right.
I will definitely check that out real quick. YouTube.
4. Oh, just as many buddies as I have buried in my basement.
This will be episode 4. Yep.
Bug. All right.
Okay. But we are here. We got another mock draft for you guys. We're on NFL Mock Draft Database Simulator, and we are just going to jump right in, starting with pick number 1. Tennessee Titans on the clock. Have you seen anything around suggesting that they're going to trade this pick?
Potential trade package. I mean, people have talked about it, but there's no
No, like nothing official. Like nothing official that would suggest it. Okay.
The problem is I don't know if Cameron Ward is worth. Like, people are calling him the consensus number 1 overall pick.
I mean,
And this place has
because
Abdul Carter at
it's because he's slightly more mobile than Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is not really all that mobile. He's like traditional pocket passer. So they're aiming on Cameron Ward being more athletic.
There's a thing called defend your pick on this.
Yeah, defend your pick. I like this guy.
Honey Boo Boo told me to choose this character or player.
But
all right, well, yeah. If they don't trade it, assuming they don't trade it, which I don't think they will, because
but
the Tennessee needs a quarterback. Like,
in between Cameron Ward or Travis Hunter, or not Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders. Like,
basically, they trade this pick away and go run it back with the quarterbacks they have, or draft a new one.
Their only quarterback under contract right now is
Mayonnaise Man.
Is Mayo Man, and that's it. And you don't want another year of that unless he does a Josh Allen and magically improves out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Cam Ward, and
all right,
and my defense for that is because I don't think that Tennessee's trading the number 1 overall pick.
All right, I'm still gonna do what I did the last couple of times, and I have the Titans taking Shedeur Sanders. I think they just want that extra flash that'll come with such a pick.
I picked Shedeur Sanders, I think, the first time or the second time. Ward, I've seen everywhere that he's the consensus number 1 overall pick, and I think Tennessee will just take him because. The
wonderful things they does. We're off to see the wonderful wizard of the NFL. All right, but now we got
pick
the Browns.
2. I have seen that they're pretty much like done with what's his face?
Deshaun Cosby.
Yeah, Deshaun Cosby. So part of me is like, well,
Do-
they just signed an edge.
And they
so you
traded
don't
for
need a
Kenny
dual
Pickett.
card. And they traded for Kenny Pickett. Are they just gonna like use this to get best available, or are they gonna use it to get someone like you? If you're saying they're taking Sanders, so Ward would be there.
I
Or
don't
would they
know.
get
I
Shedeur
don't
Sanders for
feel.
me?
I don't feel that Cleveland would be choosing a quarterback because they're still stuck with Deshaun's contract. So they're still going to be in limbo
Yeah.
for a year.
But also, I didn't think the Broncos would take who they did.
Nobody thought they would take Bo Nix.
Yeah, nobody thought he would take Bo Nix there, and they did, and it worked out. And now,
Well,
if
it
Cleveland's
worked
like-
out.
Cleveland could just assume because they're a horrible franchise, like, oh look, it worked out for Denver, so it could work out for us too. Like,
Yeah, Cleveland needs to
fuck
get.
it, I convinced myself. Cleveland's taking Shedeur Sanders.
Cleveland needs to get like a full cleanse and an exorcism. Like ever since they came
for
back,
sure.
ever since they came back to the NFL, they did something to piss off God. But
Well, they just got a whole lot of bad karma for giving one of the worst human beings to ever grace the NBA, NFL, $250 million guaranteed.
well, I mean, at least there's one positive. He's not Aaron Hernandez.
Or P. Diddy, I guess.
No, those two are the same. But
All right.
I still haven't made my pick. It says that I don't see them going with a quarterback. I just don't. I believe the first time around I had them taking Ashton Genty, but I do not see that happening. Like, I convinced myself the first time around because it was like, well, they're getting rid of Nick Chubb. They still got at least a decent offensive line. So, I'm going to go with a wild card here. As much as I don't like him, I still think they can't. I still don't think they would resist the potential that would come with Travis Hunter. So I have them taking them.
I have New York Giants. I'm not going to spend too long on this pick.
Yeah, they're not
I
going to
think the Giants are going to take Travis Hunter for me.
Okay.
And that's because I believe that they will do exactly what you're banking that the Browns will do is take him because the two-way player, like, oh man, he
wasn't even that good of a
so good.
He's not even that good of a two-way player. He had mediocre seasons on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
He's just a freak.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir.
He's just a freak athlete. That's it.
Well, you remember 2 seasons ago, the Detroit Lions got the best player in the entire draft at 2 because the Jacksonville Jaguars took a
freak
of
athlete.
nature at. Yeah. And to be fair, he has not been bad. He has not been bad, but
He's
he
not
also
been
has
what
not
they-
been
he's
Aiden
not-
Hutchinson good.
He's not been first overall pick good.
Yeah, no.
But I got the New York Giants. You can't convince me that they're going to take a quarterback. They just signed Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson into 1-year deals. They're going to be bridge starters at the very least. So I still think they're eyeing somebody in the next draft. Because I don't think they're going to be the kind of person that would draft a quarterback and have him sit behind somebody.
Well, you have Ward. You have Ward still there.
I do have Ward still there, but I don't think they would take a quarterback
I
even
think
if he
if
did
Ward's
fall.
there, they would take him.
I can't do that. Like them signing Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, that does not scream that they're looking to draft a quarterback.
Well, they could just do that. They could bench him for a year.
Do you really think the Giants are going to be smart enough to do that?
Maybe.
I have the
don't
taking
know.
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter. Well, that's going to be my number 4 pick. So, not to
Well,
spoil anything.
Well,
New England is.
You might want to change that. You might want to change that. Remember their offensive line.
No, if Carter is still there at 4, I'm going to have them pick him at 4 here.
I don't know.
Because they also need an edge.
I can't do that. I got to go with Will Campbell here. Their offensive line was completely awful.
Their offensive line was awful, but you can't fix the offensive line with one offensive tackle pick as a rookie.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the Bucs did that. They can too. It also does. And they also doesn't.
Plus, like I said,
It also helps that they
kind
don't
of
have
just
a
the best
Donovan. It
defensive
also helps
player.
that they don't have a Donovan Smith on the left side of the line that shoot yourself in the foot. Anyways, pick
Right.
number 5. I don't think this has changed in the past 2 mock drafts we've done, Draz.
It's Mason Graham.
Mason
I mean,
Graham. Like,
it's just
this is that is like the one thing that will not change. All right, we got Vegas. Cameron Ward's still on the board for me. As much as I like the idea of them taking Cam Ward, they just signed Geno to a 3-year extension. So they're not going to go quarterback here. However, they do need running back. So this is where I have Ashton Genty going.
This is actually where I have Will Campbell going.
Really?
Yeah. Wait, who's there? They have one good offensive tackle. Who's their other offensive tackle? What's the question? Taylor Munford, Colton Miller, he's good. DJ Glaze. DJ Glaze in the house. Dalton Wagner. Yeah, they actually are weak at guard, or not guard, at tackle.
Well, that's fair. But still, they don't have a running back.
Who's the running back?
They don't have one. It was Abdul Carter not Abdul Carter. It was Amir Abdullah. That's who it was last year. And he's not on the team anymore.
Christian Collier, Dylan Raheem Mostert, and Isaiah Spiller is Zamir White.
You do not trust Raheem Mostert in a starting role. He does not last long.
I don't think Las Vegas is getting Gente.
I mean, I have him taking Genty, but you do you.
Let's see. How do I do a... Fuck it. How do I do a trade? How do I do a trade here? Oh, that's bullshit. Trade. There we go.
Here we go, Joy. You got pissed at him last time because he kept doing trades.
Let's see. Boom. There we go.
All right. Explain to the audience what you did.
Trades to 6 for Ashton Genty.
This shit again?
Again. That's my fucking thing. It's happening, bro. It's happening.
I still don't see it. I'm
convinced. Fucking convinced. Going from pick 10 to pick 6, especially, would not be a huge jump. And Las Vegas needs stuff like offensive line. You can't tell me that the New York Jets are going to take an offensive lineman.
They are.
They are probably going to. They're not. Carolina or New Orleans. There will be an offensive lineman, either Kelvin Banks or Ahmad Membu. One of them will be there.
Can we just do Membu because it's the funnest name on earth? Membu.
But yeah, at pick 6 is Ashton Genty. So now we got the Jets.
Well, they're going offensive line. And speaking of Membu, I have him right here going.
Will Campbell comes off at 7. The Jets actually get a steal for me.
All right.
You still have a quarterback on the fucking board.
Cam Ward is still on my board. And Carolina being here is not going to help his case. Well, they still need a good wide receiver. They got Adam Thielen, but he's 33 years old and he's pig mentally challenged. So I got them taking Titiorio McMillan. What are you thinking?
I am going to have them take Tyler Warren from Penn State, tight end.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's going to be a little surprise pick because tight ends have become a security blanket in the league, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
And technically, that's a 2 to 5 pick reach, potentially, for Carolina. But having someone like that for someone who's small, a short player, I feel like that would be a very interesting pick for Carolina. I don't think it's necessarily going to be the pick they make. McMillan's probably a safer bet, but I think that Warren would be actually probably all around a better pick than McMillan as far as immediate impact, because he could also block on the line. I can't remember if he's a decent blocker or not.
I gotcha.
But they could try to work with him to be a better blocker. And so,
all right.
Tight end, if you're going to take somebody in the high top picks that's a receiver, you should take a tight end.
Okay. All right, we got the Saints.
Well, your quarterback better go off the board there.
No, he doesn't. They just restructured Derek Carr's contract, so he's still sticking around for at least another year. Jalen Walker, I'm looking at because they don't have any edge rusher help. They brought back Chase Young because Mickey Loomis has an Ohio State fetish, and that's it. He had, maybe 6 sacks last year? And then Cam Jordan only had 2, and he's old as shit.
Yeah.
So I got Jalen Walker going here.
Yeah, I think I'll actually pick with you on that one and go Jalen Walker.
Okay.
Because the only other person I see is Will Johnson, and it's like that.
That doesn't feel right, though.
Yeah, it's a pretty. I know you don't want him to go there because he's from Michigan, but I just feel like that would be like he's worth because he's projected. He's everything I've seen is people picking him up anywhere from 10 to 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
But New Orleans, I could see it. Let's just say if Will Johnson goes to the New Orleans, I could see it. But they also need edge enough that like I don't know which one. It's pick your poison. And so the only reason I took Walker is because he's higher.
All right, pick 10 Chicago. This is where Cameron Ward comes off the board. No. So they basically signed a brand new offensive line. They got Joe Tooney at guard, and I think they signed a new tackle. I think you might want to double check that.
They signed. Let's see.
I know they signed Joe Tooney, and he's a guard. Or if they didn't sign him, they traded for him.
A steal too. Even if he doesn't work out, it's like
it's Chicago. I hope he doesn't work out.
I'm a Packers fan. Joy's a Lions fan. We both don't want it to work, but
I just hate Caleb Williams. Once Caleb Williams goes, I don't care what Chicago does.
All right, wide receiver, tight end, offensive lineman, Drew Dahlman. Drew Dahlman is Chris Glazier. Jonah Jackson, that's who they signed as well.
Jonah Jackson's not that bad.
Doug Kramer, Jordan McFadden.
All right. I'd still argue that they would need another tackle.
Ricky Stromberg. Yeah, I think they could use.
They can use another tackle. This is where I got Kelvin Banks going.
Darnell Wright. They just drafted him, right?
Darnell Wright. That sounds like a tight end.
3rd year. Experience 3 years. He's 23. Okay, I don't think they're going to draft tackle here.
Well, I already locked it in. Because Darnell Wright has not really worked out.
Yeah, but he's 23.
Okay, I'm 23. Where's my second chance on an NFL team? Don't answer that.
I have Las Vegas taking McMillan to give their offense a little bit of a push because they do need a wide receiver. Mm-hmm. I don't think they didn't draft or draft. They didn't trade for anybody or sign anybody.
They did not.
So Jacoby Myers is their number 1 guy, I think, still. So I think McMillan's coming off the board there. Which leaves me with, I think, another consistent pick for me. But I had San Fran trade up for it. M'Boo is going to San Fran for me.
They got
M'Boo, lost too many pieces.
They lost so much shit on that defense. I can't ignore it. This is where I have Will Johnson going. They need any kind of defender help they can get.
Not a bad pick. I could see them doing that.
Okay. Dallas. Well, they do have something here. You got Jahdae Barron, who goes to the University of Texas, and they still have quite a leaky secondary. It's between Jahdae Barron or Shamir Stewart. It's one of those two. And I don't know who to pick between them.
I'm going to take Kelvin Banks because they have so much money at corner right now.
They have money everywhere except where it matters.
Yeah. They do need, I think they lost a couple offensive linemen in the last couple of years. It wouldn't hurt. They're just a doomed roster because
Yeah.
their fucking owner is terrible.
Okay.
He might as well just take their pick away. It doesn't matter.
All right, I will. Between the two, I'll choose Shamir Stewart because they do need edge rusher help more than they do corner help.
Speaking of another team with no future, Miami.
This team does need corners, and I got Jet A going over there. And they
Yeah,
still have one of the most
Johnson is
overrated,
going
overpaid.
there.
They still got one of the most overrated and overpaid corners in the league.
All right. Indy is at pick 14.
They still need tight end. I got Tyler Warren on here, firing hole.
Do they need corner or edge more?
Indy? I'd
Yeah.
argue with quarterback.
Well, quarterback, but I don't have a quarterback.
Which is
on the
funny
board.
because I still have Cam Ward on my board, so if he goes this at the low, you know Indy's probably going to snag him.
You didn't fucking oh my god.
He's still on my board.
Grief. All right, I'm gonna put Jade Barron going at Indy, back-to-back corner picks.
Okay.
And then Shamar Stewart, because I'm not even gonna think about it. They need a fucking edge rusher.
I got
the
Mikael Williams
Falcons.
going.
That one is not hard at all.
Arizona. Okay. Throw these at a dartboard. You'll probably hit a need.
I'm gonna have them take Jahad Campbell from
I'm about
Alabama.
to say, as much as I like their linebackers, they need somebody with a little bit more oomph to them, a little bit more explosiveness.
Cincy, I also agree with my last pick. I think Mikael Williams went there last time, or Mike Green. So I'm going to put Mikael Williams going to
and
Bengals because they might have ruined their.
Especially with Trey Hendrickson declaring a trade, I'm probably have Mike Green going here too.
Yeah. Seahawks.
What do they need? What wouldn't they need?
They're going to take Matthew Golden for me. They just cut and traded their two best wide receivers. Well, actually,
And they brought in Cooper Kupp.
one of their.
Then they brought in
Cooper Kupp is a third.
I know he's an old man as a wide receiver. I will argue that also so was Adam Thielen, but Adam Thielen still had a respectable season. But I'll go with you. Matthew Golden here. I'm fine with it.
For Tampa Bay.
Cameron Ward is still on my board.
Fucking damn.
We need safety. We need all we can get. Malachi Starks is here, so I will go ahead and take that.
Denver.
Again, as long as Duckface is there, I hope they fail in everything they do. But they got two major needs right now. Tight end and edge. As much as I hate it, I think... Actually, no. I'm going to do a trade of my own here.
I was thinking about it, too.
Now, I got Los Angeles trading up. They get Colston Loveland.
I'm gonna say Denver is gonna take Mike Green.
Okay.
Not think too hard about it because I'm not really sure what they need right now.
Well, meanwhile, I think I figured out where Cam Ward's finally going to go. Pittsburgh.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna work on a trade.
Yeah, I got Cam Ward going to Pittsburgh if he falls this far. If Indy doesn't do anything with it, you know Pittsburgh would. Because what's happening with Aaron Rodgers is a fucking cock and a half.
Actually, I'll just have them take Kenneth Grant.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll have them take Grant. Pittsburgh's going to take Grant. They kind of need. If I remember correctly, they need a defensive tackle.
You got an Ohio State product lined up right next to him. That's not going to end well.
All right, and I'm going to choose Colston Loveland for the Chargers.
Yeah, and I got Denver on my board, and I have them taking a Marion Hampton.
That's not a bad pick for them.
It's not. Anything's better than Javonte Williams. If he's still even on the team.
What is Green Bay going to take here?
You already know the drill. It's going to be something in the secondary. And didn't you guys just get rid of a safety?
All right. You know what?
Like, didn't you guys just get rid of a safety? Yes or no?
No, we've got Bullard, who's I think our strong safety, and we have safeties.
Okay. About to say, because if not, you got Nick Emenwari here.
All right. We're gonna be consistent two times in a row.
Huh?
Who else is I have Green Bay giving away their pick. To Washington. Commanders have been super aggressive.
Okay.
And the question is, do they take Omarion Hampton, Nick Emenwari, Josh Simmons, or James Pierce?
If I'm a betting man, you know it's going to be in the secondary. It's either that or going to be edge. It's always going to be one of those two.
I agree. I'm going to take Edge Pierce Jr. Have Washington trade up for them.
I'll do that, but with Green Bay.
Green Bay taking Pierce. I'm doing it because I think Green Bay is in like. I don't know personally. We'll see what Green Bay does, but I feel like they're either going to trade up or trade down.
Probably trade down.
I feel like there's a likelihood that Green Bay is going to trade down for extra picks this year. I don't know why per se, but it's kind of what I would do in this situation as well.
I gotcha. All right, Minnesota. It says they need defensive line help. I got Kenneth Grant right here, and they will take him.
I'm gonna have them take. I'm gonna have them take Nick Emenwari.
Huh?
Take best available.
Especially with Harrison Smith. That's not a bad pick.
Josh Simmons, Ohio State, is going to Houston.
Yeah, Ohio State scum joins other Ohio State scum. And then we got Los Angeles, who also needs secondary help. I'm going to go for a wild card here. I have them taking Jackson Dart from Mississippi.
Are we on the same fucking goddamn plane, dude? I was literally about to say.
We saw what happened during the offseason with Matthew Stafford. Yeah, they restructured his contract, but there was a lot of questions there. And he's not getting any younger. So draft for the future. Draft who do you think is going to be the next guy up? And I think Jackson Dart with Sean McVay will be a match. As much as I hate to say it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
All right.
That's either going to be really controversial or not controversial at all.
All right. We got the Baltimore Ravens. They need a safety. Nick Emenwari is still here for me.
They lost. Did they lose Makari in free agency?
Makari.
Interior offensive lineman.
I don't know, but I do know they lost the guy who had the heaviest pick in NFL history.
Well, I'm going to have them take Tyler Booker from Alabama.
Okay.
Get a Bama fucking interior offensive lineman, because if I can't remember, Patrick Ricard, did they re-sign him or
Patrick Ricard, a fullback? Imagine they draft a fullback.
Did he? Current team, Jacksonville Jaguars. Yep, they did lose him to Jacksonville. I was right.
What is Liam Cohen going to do with a fucking fullback?
I think all of his pictures are still with the Ravens, so yeah, according to me and Google, he's on Jacksonville now. So that's a good pick. Baltimore replaces him.
I gotcha.
Detroit. Well, they
lost, and then I think they lost an offensive lineman. Am I correct?
Yes, I would have them take Gray Zabel, but I really want them to pick Omarion Hampton just for the meme.
I do like Gray Zabel. Tyler Booker is on my board, but they're only one slot above. You know what? Small school, best school. Gray Zable's going. All right, Washington. Corner. Where are the corners? There are no corners. Oh, here they are. All right, here's what I think. I think Washington's still in a good place, and they'll slightly reach. I got to taking Shavon Ravel out of East Carolina.
I had it Green Bay trade down.
Mhm.
I, at this point, am going to have Green Bay do something super controversial.
Trade down
Take
again.
another defensive lineman in the goddamn fucking late first round.
Walter Nolan or Derek
Super
Harmon? Which one?
controversial. Walter Nolan.
Where's
Unfortunately,
Mark?
if Green Bay doesn't trade out of the first round, it means they're not going to go for a wide receiver. They're going to go for
They never
defense.
go wide
We all
receiver.
know
They're
this.
fine with having.
We all know this.
They're fine with having 3 number 2s.
Besides Jordan Love, the last person they took in the first round on offense was Aaron Rodgers. Look that up. That is not me fucking being facetious. That is not exaggeration.
Yeah,
that is literally facts.
Joy, fact check that, please.
Literally 100% facts. So I would say if it was me, pick 29, Amika, or Omarion Hampton, because having a 1-2 running back room with that Hampton and Josh Jacobs would be fucking disgusting. We'd never have to throw again.
All right. Well, we got the Buffalo Bills. I'm gonna do Walter Nolan here because I do need D-line help. So I'm just gonna stick it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have them take Donovan. I'm not even gonna try to say his last name
Donovan Iziraku.
because
Yeah, Donovan
Von Miller's gotta
Iziraku.
go.
Iziraku.
He's gone, I think.
I think it's Iziraku.
I don't know who their defensive lineman. Oh, I know who their defensive lineman is.
Well,
they have a good defensive tackle.
We have another conundrum. Kansas City. We know they need offensive line help, but look at this. There's no good ones we're taking in the first round, but they do got Tyler Booker here. Might as well take him.
Unfortunately, I have them taking Omarion Hampton
Oh,
at pick 31 from
I mean,
UNC.
that
Would be like an even.
that now you'd have extra reason to hate KC.
Yeah,
Okay, now Philadelphia.
it's just.
Well, they lost
Philadelphia, bro.
They lost all their defensive line. I'm gonna have them take Iziraku and just move on. And that ends my end of the draft. What are you thinking?
Because I want him to go in the first round and they have him going into the second round, I'm gonna have them take Shavon Ravel.
Yay.
I have no idea. I just want him from East Carolina. I want him to go in the first round. That's the only reason. It's probably not realistic, but it's okay.
All right. Well, I can't
Imagine that's the only pick I get right.
Yeah.
Ravel.
I can't exactly screenshot the entire drafts, so you'll just have to watch the video to see who we drafted. All right. Well, with that being said, that we have nothing else really to talk about. We were just going to do this and move on with our lives. Unless something pops up, Draz, you want to check that real quick?
Let's the Brewers are beating the fuck out of the Rockies.
By how much?
2.
Oh,
my
seriously?
God. Yeah, dude.
Brewers Rockies.
Dude, somehow the Brewers are better than us this year.
They're top of the ninth too, and the Rockies are forced to play another inning.
Yeah. By the way, the Orioles are 5-8. They're fucking falling apart.
And Tampa's just there. Meanwhile, the Tigers
I had hope
are
for, like,
7-5.
2 seasons.
Meanwhile, the Tigers are 7-5. We're on top of the Central.
Y'all lost to the fucking y'all lost the Yankees today.
Hey, we're 2-1 against them. We almost had a comeback win. It's just that, for whatever reason, Javi Baez can't fucking hit.
Honestly, you want to know what my opinion of the Orioles is?
They're fucked. Rebuild. Move on.
We spent all that time rebuilding. We're starting to get good, or we're starting to get good. We have to blow it up and rebuild again. Because we didn't get good pitchers,
As long as what happened to the White Sox doesn't happen to you guys.
We didn't make any fucking like superstar moves, you know, like no team. It's just based on like there's no salary cap essentially.
Well, there's a luxury tax.
There's a luxury tax,
but the luxury tax doesn't do a fucking thing.
Yeah, and it's like so the Orioles
we still
didn't
got
do
Los
anything
Angeles.
like that.
We got Los Angeles handing out 10-figure sums at 10 years.
We got the Yankees and the Red Sox in our division too. You don't think the Yankees and the Red Sox will spend money? No, the Yankees.
No, I know the Yankees do.
The only other.
I know the Yankees do. The Red Sox do, but it just fails.
And it's like so far the Blue Jays have built their roster better than anybody in the division. And I'm looking over at the Blue Jays at how they're playing right now and how we're playing.
And they just signed a 15-year deal
up,
with. And they just signed a 15-year deal with Vlad Guerrero.
Yeah. Yeah, and so they're willing to pay money, and it's like I'm looking at this as like the Orioles aren't willing to pay money. We won't pay anybody, so it's like, what fucking chance do we have?
Mm-hmm.
We're now bottom of the division. We're behind the Tampa Bay Rays. Blow it up. Just blow it up. Just give up. Give up. Being an Orioles fan is just miserable.
You slammed your penis in a car door.
Oh, dude.
All right.
Hey, at least your Tigers aren't miserable anymore.
Well, so far there's still 100 some odd games to go.
2-4 in away games. You're 2-4 in away games and 5-1 at home.
To be fair, we started the season playing the fucking Dodgers. Good luck.
What are the Dodgers doing? Are they like?
I think they're
like,
actually middle of the division. Let me look at the NL West.
10-4. Okay. What the fuck? National League West. Padres are 10-3. Giants are 10-3. Dodgers are 10-3. Diamondbacks are 7-6.
And then there's the Rockies, who are currently getting their ass blasted.
Oh my god, the Diamondbacks have been fucking us up really bad.
I know. I have a soft spot for Arizona. Like
I mentioned
this last time. I have a soft spot for Arizona.
It's hard for me to even dislike teams like the Dodgers because, for one,
I can't fucking do the Dodgers. I can't. Dodgers and Yankees, they can fuck right off.
One of my favorite actors is a huge Dodgers fan, and so it's like,
well, don't make that your problem.
But like, the only team I legitimately loathe are the Astros.
We all loathe the Astros.
And I don't like the Guardians anymore because they changed their name to a lame name. If they changed their name to something good, like really good, I would be okay with it. But they changed it from Cleveland Indians.
They changed it from Cleveland Indians to the Guardians, and the Guardians is like the worst name on earth.
Yeah. And if you look at, like, your division is so fucking good. The Tigers, the Royals, the Twins, the White Sox.
No, freeze. That list ends with I'm talking
about like just names, team names.
Well, no, the Twins are just the T's now. They lost WIN. Especially after last year's collapse.
Then every division has like some really good names: Blue Jays, Yankees, Red Sox, Rays, and the Orioles. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the Red Sox, not a huge fan of the Yankees, Yankees is a great name. Like it's a great baseball name.
It is. I just wish
Mariners,
New York was
Athletics.
I just wish New York wasn't insufferable.
Yeah, dude, this division, the National League Central, one of the most. I love the division: Cardinals, Cubs, Brewers, Pirates, Reds. Awesome names. I can't hate any of those teams. It's really hard for me to hate them. Phillies, Mets, Marlins,
baseball's one of those.
Braves.
Baseball's one of those sports where the name actually affects a lot.
Oh yeah. I can just turn on any baseball game and enjoy it though. So that's kind of just me as a person. It's just
like I might loathe Atlanta in football, but I do not have a problem with the Braves.
Yeah, it is really hard for me. Like, I'll joke because, me and you are friends. I'll joke about the Tigers, or like I was last year, and
Hey,
But I don't dislike it.
we beat the Astros.
I don't dislike Tigers.
We beat the Bash.
And
we beat the Astros.
I have a very few bad things to say about them because they beat the goddamn Astros in the playoffs. Fuck the Astros.
I still wish Miguel Cabrera was with us for that run. I still wish that. We needed one more match.
Came pretty close to beating
We needed
the
one more
Guardians,
magical hit against Cleveland, and we would have won that series and went to play the Yankees. And we've been the Yankees' kryptonite in the playoffs more often.
What do you think about
the
torpedo bat nonsense?
Torpedo bat, schmorpedo bat. I don't care. If it was so effective, they would have gotten more than 5 runs their entire series.
With the torpedo bat, it's like, yeah, it does give you more pop. Like, you have a better chance of hitting a home run, but you still have to make solid contact. Just if you get, like,
I do have to ask, who are they playing with? Who are they playing when they had that 20-run bonanza?
The Yankees?
Yeah.
They were playing the Brewers. Holy shit.
Well, that explains a lot. Their pitching rotation always collapses at the worst time.
I love the name the Brewers, dude. I fucking love everything about the Brewers. If I swear I was adopted and I was born and raised, or when I was a baby I was in Wisconsin because, like, I have a soft spot for, like, the Milwaukee Bucks. I like the Milwaukee Bucks. I like the Milwaukee Brewers, and I'm a Packers fan.
Right. Well, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to, click the bell to get notifications when we upload. Next episode of Battle for the Day will be out next week, and that'll be our last mock draft until draft day, which in that case, we will be streaming on draft day. It will be the 24th, next 2 Thursdays from now.
So if it's on Thursday, I could definitely stream it.
Perfect.
Do a live Battle of the Bay.
I mean, we tried doing that.
Draft reaction.
We tried doing that in whenever Indiana and Ohio State played, and that backfired miserably.
It was over so quick. It was so good.
Like 2 hours later, we were playing Dead by Daylight.
It wasn't even worth watching because it was like, it wasn't even close. Like, if it was for content wise, if it was worth it, it would, you know, even if they had lost, Indiana lost, it would have been close. But it was just like, okay, well, all right, Indiana's just gonna eat shit, I guess.
We should have streamed. We should have streamed Michigan versus Ohio State. That was a slop fest, and Ohio State bit it, which is an annual thing I like seeing. But no,
who's the national champion this year?
They bullshit to the national championship.
Did they win the national championship?
They did. That's the part that bugs me.
Oh my
God. They
went
and won it, even though they were one of the most fraudulent college teams of the year. They were my Kansas City.
They also went against another fraudulent team. So
they were against. It was basically 2 Kansas Cities playing each other in that championship.
That's great.
Anyways,
that's great.
Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you guys next week. See ya.